Hello, my name is Bree Newman and I'm in SPE 222 at Arizona State University. I'm going to talk about the class and what I've learned this semester. So question 1, from the readings and learning activities throughout the semester, what are the most important things you've learned? I would say that the most important thing I've learned is that I can be qualified to teach special ed and that there are ways to universally make classrooms safe and non-restrictive for all students. Another chapter I really appreciated was Chapter 6 of Exceptional Lives, the topic using high leverage practices to support student learning. I really enjoyed the HLP chapter because I learned why it's so important to have relationships with families, how to do that effectively, and then how to do that as a special needs teacher or a support. There was also a lot of really good resources that I feel I can take with me into the classroom. And I really enjoyed the project that we did of going over those HLP articles and then talking about them in class. So question 2, how was your thinking related to individuals with disabilities changed as you reflect upon readings, presentations, and discussions? So I used to think that there was definitely no way I could ever be a special needs teacher. I thought that it was way too difficult, that it was meant for people with much more patience than I, and that I would not be able to adapt into that role. But now I feel like I have a much better grasp of what it means to be a special needs teacher, and how I could even, as a general education teacher, support individuals with disabilities. So it was pretty recent, but I've been thinking a lot about the video that the vision impairment group presented on the other day about Lily Grace and her journey in school. So whenever you get to be like up close and personal with those stories, I feel that you really can begin to break down those mental barriers that you may have that get built up over time. And as a kid, when you would see a veteran walking down the street with maybe an amputated leg, your mom would say don't look away, don't make a scene. And I think it's just small instances like that really build up over time until, as a population, we are just sort of like uncomfortable with the idea of people with disabilities. And we try to separate ourselves wholly from that topic. But I do like how the videos showed that she and any person with any disability is just a regular, normal person who simply needs extra support to do certain things. And I also really liked how Professor Thompson's presentation on UDL and explicit instruction, I liked, for one, how it showed how as a gen ed teacher you can support special needs students, but I also liked it because I just felt like there were very simple things to incorporate during lesson planning that not only make it easier for students to do what you ask, but also discreetly helps those who have a disability. Then question 3, what is one important takeaway from this course you will readily use in your own classroom or in your community? So one important takeaway for me was to always try and just be proactive. So reaching out before the start of the school year to see if you have IEP students, who they are, strengths and weaknesses, and what all of that entails. If a student ends up going to juvenile court, just going ahead and creating a file with their level and their schoolwork that they've been working on, what they should work on in the future, and just go ahead and send it their way. Reaching out to parents long before there is an issue to establish a trusting relationship. So just being proactive in the way that you build relationships, keep tabs on students, and provide care for those with disabilities. And I feel like the most valuable thing I learned in this course was that while it may cost a lot of money and resources and staff for certain supports, all of that aside, you can provide care and effort. And those are free. Anyone can give them. And care and effort will make a very big difference in the life of a student with a disability. And it's truly not a difficult task to be accommodating. It just takes care and effort, like making sure that your classroom is wheelchair accessible, having the lighting adjusted for people with visual impairments, speaking clearly, maybe using a microphone if you have people that have hearing impairments. It's truly not difficult. It's just small changes that you have to make, and you have to be willing to put care and effort towards it. And then for the 4th question, is there anything else you would like to share? So I really did enjoy SPE 222. I felt like Professor Thompson was very amazing. I think he always made sure to ask how we were doing. He did a great job connecting his lessons to real life scenarios, and he gave me, I know he gave everyone, but I feel like I got really good feedback on assignments to set myself up for success for the next one. There was a lot of fun group activities, group assignments, engaging and interactive presentations, and all in all, it was a great class taught by an even greater professor. Thank you so much, and have a good one.